How is everybody doing? My name is Echo. I've had a bunch of requests lately to check out the latest update for Tinker's Construct. This is the 3.0 version created by the Feed the Beast Bedrock team. The add-on is still doing fantastic with a 4.5 star rating out of 5 with nearly 16,000 ratings. Still a top tier add-on that the community enjoys. But let's actually see what changed in this latest update. It says new in 3.0, cheese and ore berries, bronze tools, diamond/emerald shards, villager tinker, smeltery upgrades and faucets, plus tweaks to tools/armor and many fixes for smoother gameplay. Now, this add-on came out way over 1 year ago and will continue to be updated. If you don't have this, it's one of the best Minecraft Marketplace add-ons we have. Let's check out the latest content. The latest file size is 15 megabytes. So Tinker's Construct 3.0 is all about quality of life, but we did get some brand new features. As always, once you do have this installed in a new pre-existing world, you are going to be given a guidebook. This is the Tinker's Update changelog. Now, for those of you that do already own this add-on, make sure you download the latest files from the marketplace. It is going to fix the issue with the books not working. Before we check out everything new in version 3.0, the latest version you've just downloaded was actually a hotfix, which has more importantly fixed the issue with books not being able to be opened. We did get a couple of other changes as well and a couple of bug fixes. You'll be prompted to check this out once you've updated. But let's check out the older change logs because, of course, we have the 3.0 update. So we have a bunch of new features inside of this. This is titled Berries and Blocks. Updated the latest game version, so it's now supported on the latest versions. Cheese. Added a new cheese block, and ingots can be made from pouring milk into a casting basin/table. Milk can be collected using copper cans. That's why I have this beautiful cow. There are two ways you can make cheese. One is going to be an ingot, the other is going to be a block. You are going to need the casting table. You're also going to need the ingot cast. Place this down, place this on top. Grab yourself either a bucket or grab yourself a copper can. Find yourself a cow, for example. Tap on this. Head over to this table right here and tap on this. This right here is going to produce a brand new cheese ingot. As you can see here, it's now hardened. You get given 2 at a time. I wonder if you get more if you do this with a regular bucket. This one doesn't work. Okay, so it has to be done. Okay, so it has to be done with this. All right, so you get 2 of these. If you eat this just normally, it doesn't actually do anything. However, the way this works is it gets rid of effects. If we eat the cheese, as you can very clearly see, our slowness has disappeared. And to obtain yourself the cheese block, you are going to need a cast-in basin. Now, this right here, you can put a whole entire milk bucket inside. Now, right now, you can't really do anything with this because you need to wait for it to harden. Lucky enough, I do have this at the ready. If you place this down, this is going to be your cheese block. And if you grab this item and hover over it, it actually tells you what it can do. Eat to clear the status effects. So again, if you are slowed, if you are hungry, if you've just been, I don't know, poisoned by a witch, consuming this will not only consume a little bit, it will also return 3 of these. Now, I wonder if this is like RNG. So if I was to do it again and eat another one, no, you are consistently given 3 of these at a time. So yeah, it's a nice introduction. Thought it was pretty cool. Next on our list, we have berries. Added ore berries for iron, copper, gold, diamonds, emeralds, and XP can be harvested from ore berry bushes. Ore berry bushes are also new. Added ore berry bushes can be planted on grass and will grow into a bush that can be harvested for ore berries. So again, we do have a couple of different versions here. Apparently, these can be found, but also traded with. I'll teach you about that in a second. So we do have the XP one. We also have gold. We also have iron. We also have emeralds. We also have diamonds, and we also have copper. Now, these can just be placed on the ground like this, as you can very clearly see. Now, if you stand on a fully grown one, they are going to give you the slowness effect and will injure you. If we grab ourselves the XP one, as you can see, we gain XP. Pretty standard, right? As for these ones, they are meant to give you special effects as well, but can also be smelted from my understanding. So we'll grab each and every single one here. This is gold. Gold grants you speed for 30 seconds. Iron grants you resistance for 30 seconds. Emeralds grants you hero of the villager for 30 seconds. Diamond grants you, is that health boost? Yes. And copper is going to grant you haste. Now, these can also be smelted as well. I'm hoping that they'll also work inside of a blast furnace. They will. If these are smelted, they are going to produce a nugget. So a really nice introduction to the game, and you can actually bone meal these. And this is going to be the same for absolutely everything, by the way. It doesn't matter what you smelt. The only difference one here is that we don't have diamonds, nuggets, and we don't have emeralds. They are going to produce shards, and enough shards can actually be crafted into their regular form, a regular diamonds and emeralds. So what we'll do here, I'll grab a couple of these. Let's just get enough of these to make ourselves a full diamond. So once you have enough of these, just like any other kind of item in terms of nuggets, this has to have 9 of these to produce yourself a diamond, and emeralds is going to be the exact same. You're going to need 9. So what do you do if you can't actually find these in your world? Maybe you've explored incredibly far. Well, we have a village tinker. Now, a little bit more information about this. Once again, we have to scroll down, go to 3.0. So it says down here, obviously we have shards, which are new. The village tinker. You can now convert villages into tinkers by placing a tinker station directly in front of them. And in terms of changes, the wandering tinker has now been changed into the village tinker. So how exactly does this work? Well, this is actually pretty cool. I'm going to grab a couple of these. So you are going to need the tinker station. Get yourself a villager. If you tap on this villager right now, it's a regular one. Place this in front. They've now changed. So you can get the custom heads, including the echo head, which does actually exist in this. Shout out to the creators. Love that. So we can obviously get ourselves something like this. If you wanted to, it's the echo head. And this is going to be the same regardless of what one you place down. As you can very clearly see, each villager is now being converted, and this is a way for you to not only get heads, but also the seeds as well. XP berry seeds. You've got diamonds. I think they're RNG, so it's not always going to be the same. Let's check. So these ones are selling slightly different, and also selling something slightly different. That's how you get yourself the iron ones. Then you can place them down and start to harvest them. So I really like this. In this update, we have tin. It says added tin ore, raw tin, tin ingots, tin nuggets, and tin cans. Tin can be found in the overworld, similar to copper. So this is where we are currently doing today's video. If I spin around, all of these, the black dark parts are actually tin. So in terms of generation, it's quite easy to find. There is going to be 2 separate versions. So one is going to be a deep slate version as well. But yeah, tin can now be discovered. Let's learn more about it. So let's just go ahead and use a regular pick. And let's go ahead and use fortune. Does it yield more? I don't think it does. We have a total of 8. That's a shame, that actually. A massive shame. Yeah, it does not yield more even if you're using this. So how exactly does this work? So if you put this inside of here, it doesn't really do anything. That's not how this works. Now, tin can be crafted into a block, but tin does not work on its own. In order for tin to work, you are also going to need copper, which is going to produce bronze. You can learn more about this in the materials and you guidebook. Remember, you can crouch and right click to bring up this menu. For the sake of today's video, we're just going to cycle through because it does have a dedicated page. This page explains how it works and what you can do. Left-hand side explains that it was introduced in 3.0, typically found in the same layers as copper. It says, while tin has a few uses, its primary purpose is to be combined with copper to create bronze. Also can be used to create tin cans, etc., and a couple of different blocks. So let's actually learn about bronze itself. So if you would like to learn about bronze itself, open up the alloy crafter. And as you can see under all, we should have the raw bronze blends. As you can see, we do have one material. The next thing we are going to need is going to be copper. So I'm going to grab all of these. Inside of this, as you can see, it's now going to let us create the raw bronze blend, which has to go inside of this. If you're new to this, recommend going to some of my older videos to learn how this works. This was actually updated not that long ago. But even if you have this, you cannot put it inside of a blast furnace. That's not how this works. So it all has to be done inside of this. So we're going to start off by grabbing ourselves a couple of lava. Now this has quite a lot of milli buckets. So we can put a lot of this inside of there. Now, as of right now, we don't have anything inside of here, right? There's nothing in there at all. We are now going to put our raw material inside of this. We're going to put as much as we can. As you can see, this is now completely gone. If we go back over here real quick, this is now completely full. How do I take this out? Well, this is where things become really exciting with the quality of life changes. So if we just scroll down a little bit more, we're just going to ignore this for now and go to the faucet. You can now pour directly from the smeltery into the casting table and casting basin, which is basically what we had over there. So I'm going to show you the first one first, which is going to be the basin itself. So we're going to break this and place this down, grabbing ourselves 3 of the seared bricks. Inside of the crafting table is going to allow us to make ourselves a faucet. The faucet can be attached to this. You okay there? I think he is. If we now tap on this, the so-called bronze that we've made is now going to go into here. It's going to eventually harden and we can take this out. But it gets better. So as you can see here, we now have the bronze block, which can be broken down into ingots and used for a bunch of different things. I'm going to show you a couple of things. As of right now, there's nothing really exciting that we can make, but we want to make ourselves a bunch of bronze tools. This machine right here in the latest updates now supports multiple seared drains. I'm not sure how this is going to work while we've got liquid inside of there. So our liquid might have disappeared there, but I'm going to attach all of these. Don't worry, we'll put in some more liquid if it has gone away. I don't think it's all gone. Okay, so it's still there. So we could have multiple drains here. I'm going to get rid of all of these. What we do need to do is grab ourselves not 1, but 3 of these. So obviously, you can tap this into here, which is going to obviously fill this up. But you can do the exact same with these. So we're going to grab ourselves a couple of different templates here. Put these on top. So we'll do this and this. And I guess on this occasion, we'll go with this. We are now going to attach 3 separate faucets to it. We're also going to go ahead and make sure this is filled up. We have plenty of these inside. We don't need to work with this one. We're going to tap on each one of these, which is then going to produce the bronze outcome. So we're going to have ourselves a bronze large tool handle. We've got the pickaxe head, as you can see, and we've also got ourselves the repair kit as well. It just means that you don't have to manually put things in over there anymore. You can set up this system, which is just so much better than it previously was. Now, obviously, inside of the latest changes, it now supports bronze tools. So inside of 3.0, if we scroll down, it says we have bronze material, added bronze alloy, which can be crafted from raw copper and raw tin, and can be used to craft bronze ingots, nuggets, and blocks, which I've showed you. They've obviously got tools as well. It says bronze tools, added bronze tools, which are similar to iron tools in durability, but have mining tier of diamond. Smeltery. The smeltery now supports multiple tanks and drains, and obviously the faucet, which I've just showed you. So let's do some crafting. Okay, so once you do have the handle, once you do have the pickaxe head, let's say you grabbed yourself something like string. Inside of the Tinker's Station, you now have the ability to make yourself a bronze pickaxe. This doesn't come with any special ability as of right now, but again, apparently it can be somewhat on par with diamonds. And this is going to be the same for a bunch of other tools as well. So you can still go ahead and make yourself a sword, an axe, the shovel, the cleaver, and even the dagger. Let's mess around with this a little bit more. So obviously we did get ourselves the bronze repair kit. Another quality of life change in here indicates when you have repaired things. So this takes a little bit of damage, which it has. We're going to right click on this, hold the item we want to repair, and boom, item has now been restored, which is indicated on the top left. So yeah, a really nice system. I like the latest update. It's not a huge update, but it does have some pretty cool features. I just want to kind of get down here a little bit. Have a little look. It's like when we mine some stone. But they're saying it's going to be just as good as diamond. Honestly, this is perfect for me to get a couple of these as well. I was just super impressed with how everything worked in this latest update. Now, alongside being able to combine the faucet to this, you can also do it to this machine as well, which I always forget what it's called. This one is called the melter. So we'll grab ourselves a couple of things here. I'm going to place this here. Faucet goes there. Get this fired up. Put ourselves some gold inside there. Boom, we get ourselves some gold blocks. I could then go ahead, hopefully take this out. Once it's solid, it'll be a solid gold block. 3, 2, 1. Boom, solid gold block. Can I put this inside of there? I can't, so I'd have to break it again. Place it back down. Put this inside. Iron inside. Let this fill it up, and it's just so much better than it previously was. So, a really cool quality of life update with Tinker's Construct. It's not crazy, it's not over the top, but I think it's cool. And we did go over these at the start of the video, but these are all of the changes that they did outline to me. And there has been a bunch of other changes that they've done as well. So we'll grab this. I just want to make sure we cover and touch all bases when it comes to these changes. So let's see if there's anything major inside of here that they've changed. So these are changes. Oh yeah, entity type blocks converted the casing slash... the casting basin slash table into full blocks instead of entities. A little bit further down, these are the bugs that they fixed. Slings and modifiers. I forgot to show you this. / give @p sling. We're going to go with this one. That's the wrong one. / give @p sling. I think I want the bottom one, the sky one. This lets you obviously boost up. So yeah, I really love this add-on. I only come back to it every so often, but it never fails to impress. It's honestly so much fun. Anyway, that's the latest update to get the latest files. If you did enjoy today's video, leave a like and say, hey, Echo, I like those new berries. Have a wonderful day.